What's up, guys? So today I got my hands on the Future Stars icon version of Butragueño, so I want to review him and let you guys know if I think he is worth the coins. For purposes of this review, I'll be mostly comparing him to the baby Winter Wildcards version of Mia Hamm, mostly because they're pretty similar players and they're in and around the same price. Butragueño is 1.45 million at the moment, whereas Mia Hamm is 1.2 million. So they're pretty similarly priced, and I think there is a bit of a debate on which player you should pick. If we look at the playstyles Butragueño has, he has technical on gold as well as power shot. He also has finesse shot, chip shot, flair, first touch, quick step, and Travella. So if we look at Mia Hamm, she has quick step on gold. She also has finesse shot and then power shot on silver. She has rapid and flair and first touch as well. So when you're comparing Butragueño with Mia Hamm, the two main questions you're going to have are, is the lack of rapid on Butragueño going to be a big detriment to his pace? And also, is the technical that Butragueño has on gold going to be enough of a difference maker compared to Mia Hamm, who doesn't even have technical on silver? I will say the technical dribbling felt really good on Butragueño. He was very agile. He starts off with 93 agility, and all his dribbling stats are above 90. And also, he has 5-star weak foot, so he can really weave in and out onto either foot very effectively and confuse your opponent. In terms of the technical dribbling and how it relates to pace, though, actually that last clip you've seen there and this one now is perfect example of the technical gold actually meaning he doesn't really need the rapid as much in every situation, because if you actually read the description of technical, it says reaches even higher speed when performing controlled sprint, so that's R1 dribbling, but also you can perform wide turns while dribbling with greater precision. So basically what that means is when you're running in a straight line, there's no error in your inputs, but when you kind of open the angle up, there's usually a bit of error while you're dribbling, and it slows your player down, but technical reduces that error. So in that sense, he's able to keep his speed very well. And this goal here is a good example of what I touched on earlier with the technical combined with the 5-star weak foot. Like, I'm able to weave in and out. I don't know where I'm going, but I will figure it out. The goal, or the game rather, did have a bit of a lag spike there, kind of hung in time, but that goal was amazing considering how off balance he was. And I really had a choice of cutting in for the finesse shot or going outside on the stronger foot and hitting it across goal. Now, in terms of finesse shots, Butragueño is okay. He's actually pretty much the same as Mia Hamm. Like, he'll score the ones you pretty much are supposed to score, but like something like this, even on a green time, he couldn't get it over Ederson, who isn't a particularly strong keeper for saving finesse shots. But you probably will need the playstyle on gold for those ones to go in. Here's a good clip because Butragueño plays a good through ball into Dalglish. He has 90 vision. Unfortunately, no incisive pass, so I wouldn't really be relying on it. But we get the ball here on the edge of the box, puts it onto the left foot with 5-star weak foot, and it still drags wide. So really, I think he should be scoring those type of finesse shots if you want consistency in the finishing. But if we actually look at the stats, Butragueño has 96 vision and finishing, and 83 curve versus Mia Hamm with 90 finishing and 83 curve. And that 83 curve is actually a pretty important number. You'll actually notice, just if you look at a lot of your cards, a lot of your players have 83 curve if there's someone who is kind of good at finesse shots. It's definitely a number EA are given to players if they want someone to be a good finisher, sorry, on the finesse shot, but not a top tier one. Like, if you just look at all players with 85 plus finishing and 83 curve, you've got this list here. So someone like Haaland wouldn't be very well known for his finesse shots, but with those finishing stats and that curve, I think what EA are trying to do is make him so if you're in the box and it's a pretty obvious chance, the 83 curve should be enough. So just keep that in mind, and if you're ever looking at a player with above 83 curve and good finishing, it probably means EA are kind of pushing you towards he should be hitting more finesse shots with this player. I just had another quick look on Footbin, and it seems 87 curve is about the tier where EA are starting to say, alright, this guy should be a pretty good finesse shot player. Like, you got Pele, Salah with playstyle gold, Zidane, by the way, this Zidane had really good finesse shots and I used them, Sané, King Kenny, Zola, who else has playstyle plus Acuna. I think Son is at the bottom as well. Yeah, Son at the start of the game, his finesse shots are crazy. So it is important to kind of figure out what level each stat is supposed to be at in terms of tiers, because it kind of tells you what EA think the card should be good at and what they shouldn't be good at. Now, Butragueño also has power shot on gold. This playstyle definitely isn't as good as it was in the first couple months of the game. Like that goal there, Robbie Keane at the start of the game would have buried that, I'm pretty confident. But I do think after kind of trying out a little bit more, if you're off to the side, I think the power shots are better, and I think it's because if you're in the middle, the keeper is in the middle of the goal and able to cover both sides easy, whereas if you're off to the side, they're covering the near post and you can stretch it into the far corner. But I think the biggest difference between Mia Hamm and Butragueño is that Butragueño has Poacher on ++ proficiency, and I actually did a review of Henrik Larsson a day ago, and I thought this Henrik Larsson was actually better than Mia Hamm. 14 games and 34 goals in champs, and it's just because he has the Poacher on plus plus. So if you want to kind of understand how good Poacher plus plus is, check out this video. It should be on your screen with a link right now.